the information from the 130U into the computer. It's all sent to the tax office. They review it. If there's a problem, they send it back to you electronically, and it'll show you what the problem is. They just type a note in there, like evidence doesn't match the VIN. You got the wrong kind of this or that. It's all done electronically. When the tax office hits the accept button, your transaction is accepted, and at that point you can print a registration sticker and issue license plates. You can set this thing up to work a couple of ways for payments. You can have somebody actually go down and pay them, or you set it up where it's deducted out of an account electronically. If you have that set up, you don't go to the tax office, period. Everything's done electronically. This started a few months ago in some of the larger communities. If you're familiar with Swill Cadillac and Chevrolet and Toyota and all those dealerships, they've been using it for several months. Leif Erikson, I don't know what his dealership is, but I know I've heard the name. You probably have too over the years. They're using it. A lot of the dealers in the Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin region are already using it. In El Paso, they haven't started using it yet, but they're going to within the next 60 days or so. Review it with us. They had some changes they wanted to see implemented before they allowed any dealers to start using it in El Paso. So we expect that probably, it's already been about 10 days, so we're looking at about another 50 days before we get the response from El Paso County. It'll tell us what's going to be required so that we can use that program in El Paso. There's two ways that it can be set up. One is with inventory, one's without. If they set you up with inventory, it means you're going to have to be bonded, just like these offices that you go to today. To have your transactions processed, the private offices, you would be bonded just like those individuals are. Once you have the bond, you're allowed to take your inventory, which is the plates and the sticker paper, to your office and print the stuff out when the transaction's been accepted by the county. Basically, it can eliminate anybody from ever going down to the county except periodically to pick up new plates and sticker paper. And that's the goal. Used car dealers are supposed to go on in November. That's the deadline, or that's the target for used car dealers. New car dealers are already on it in almost every place around the state except here, and a couple of other smaller counties. But we do look forward to that changing in the very near future. Now, there's nothing that makes a tax collector assessor use the program. And that's why in El Paso's case, they want to see a couple of changes made before they allow dealers on. As soon as we get those changes, we'll work with them to see that we get implemented and get this on board. So that's the first one I want to tell you about. The second one is a program we call Invite Us. It started just a few months ago, and what it does is every transaction that Texas creates, or any other state, is sent to a national database. This national database tells the make, the VIN, the title number, and issue date of the last title. And the reason I'm telling you about this is there's going to be rejections to title transactions that will occur, and people are going to want to know why it's taking so long to get their title. And it's usually due to an invite us error. The way it works is this, and the whole purpose of this program is to stop the title washing, the brand washing, mileage, and so forth by discrepancies on odometers. It'll have the last mileage on that database. It has any brands, if it was salvage, rebuilt salvage, any value limiting brands are listed on it with the issue date and the title number. If the document that you surrender to the tax office, once it's put into the system, it doesn't match, it gives a rejection, and it gives a code.